All right. So we ready to move on to the reds?
Oh, yes. Come on, red.
All right. So for glass number 4, let's pick it up. How clear does this? Don't look too young.
Is this one?
Not really.
Is that this one? Or that
It's
one?
lighter than the rest, though.
Yeah.
The top one or the bottom one?
The top one.
Which one are we? Oh, top one.
Yeah. It's the furthest one to the left.
It's a lighter red.
Oh, wait, I'm not going to smell it.
That's okay. It kind of looks. It still looks pretty clear to me.
I'm not sure to see the paper for this.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I can do it this way.
All right. Color. How we getting? This is like ruby.
Just give me red.
All right, so let's go like a little bit deeper in the red. Like, is it more like ruby? Is it more garnet?
Ruby in the middle, but dark on the outside.
Okay.
What does garnet look like?
Garnet, I can Google a picture. It's like a brownish red.
I just know garnet from Steven Universe.
Looks like this.
Yeah, that's all I'm up.
Oh.
Okay.
Are we ready to move on to nose?
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be fun. All right. How strong does it smell to you? Is it like whacking you in the face with the smell, or is it still kind of subtle?
Subtle to me.
All right. Now, age. How old does she smell?
She smells like she's 40. What? This one not young. Yeah, not
That strong either.
So 40,
Yeah.
30, 40.
Yeah. Like it smells older, but not. It hasn't lost all its fruit yet.
I'm in my mom.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Yeah, it's not that old.
All right.
Right.
I love how we're comparing this to like our ages, because usually wines don't really like most. I don't think there's one here that's like older than 5 years. Yeah.
But in comparison,
It's a good way to range it.
Right.
So fruit. You guys getting anything fruit wise? All right. So what else do you smell then? Like you smell.
I never come out those yet.
With red wines, you tend to get more of like the woodeny and spicy notes
Spice.
Yeah.
because they're aged in. When they age wines from the red ones, they put them in wooden barrels and then they kind of soak up all the oakiness from it. So you can tend to get spice, vanilla.
It's oaky. It's oaky. It's oak. That smells kind of good. Wait, give me the options again. Oaky, what else?
It can smell like spice, vanilla-ish.
Vanilla, oak vanilla.
As far as fruit with red wines, there's like, they could be like red berries, like red fruit, like strawberries and all the other stuff. Or it could taste like dark fruit, like plums and prunes and stuff. It smells like Michael Kors perfume or something?
Like the men's collection.
Come on.
Okay. A little musky.
Nice man.
All right, y'all ready to taste? Okay. For this one, I remember swish it around real quick before you actually like taste it, because it's gonna be a little shock from going from the one before to this one right now.
That's a little watery. It's drier.
Whoa.
Drier, yeah. Definitely. Dry.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so acidity, does it make your mouth water
At the end.
at the end? Okay, so a little acidity.
I don't notice when my mouth waters. You say you either? Yeah, like it seems the same amount of
So
wet.
it'd be higher in tannin?
Um,
Or no?
for the acidity, not necessarily, but for this one, yeah, it would be higher than tannin than the rest of them because it was actually had skin contact with the grape skins, and then it also sat in the barrels, which helped give it that tannin.
I feel like reds are normally higher. Is that true?
Mhm.
Okay.
Because they where are you talking about, an alcohol or
Yeah, alcohol.
an alcohol? Yeah, they tend to be because with red grapes they can take more heat from like the sun, and then they get to grow longer and they produce more sugar, and the more sugars grapes produce, the more alcohol there is because the yeast just eats
All
more
the
sugar,
Right.
so it produces more alcohol. It's added. They add it to it a lot of times, or sometimes they'll just
fermentation.
yeah,
process?
that's what starts the fermentation. All you need is some sugar, some liquid, and some yeast.
So they add yeast to make it ferment quicker. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's like they get real scientific with about the amount of yeast they add. All right, so tannins, y'all said, is giving that dry feel or not
A
really?
little more dry. Yeah.
But it's kind of light to me for some reason.
Okay, so like light medium-ish, like in between there.
It's more intense.
Okay.
Like red wines just in general are more intense. There's not no walk in the park.
I think it's good for your heart too.
I feel like I might be tasting a little more
Wine is good
berry.
for your heart.
You are.
I am.
Look at you.
So yeah, we categorize like when you taste like berry, it would be considered like red fruit, versus dark fruit would be like plums and anything that's other like. Body, how does this feel? Heavy, feels thick, feels, how does it feel?
A little heavier, but still pretty light though.
Like water in it,
It seems funny.
but it's still like,
It tastes runny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not totally like heavy.
What's up, everyone? My name is Kenneth Turner. I have not tasted wine professionally, but I have, I've had a couple wine nights, and they've went pretty, I think we're going to get intoxicated, and that's what I think I'm excited for.
Okay. Oh, I skipped over alcohol. How high in alcohol do y'all think this is?
Higher than the white ones.
This is from Chile.
like a good 12.
Okay. So like a medium plus is like 12%. Y'all can like guess to the alcohol if you want like the actual percent. You went over fruit, she said berry, and then texture. Which y'all would be a I want you guys to try the blue cheese if you would like with this wine.
Ooh,
The next one.
No, the one you have right now.
damn.
Yeah. Do you finished
Number
it?
4?
Yes, number 4.
Oh, shit.
You finished it?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Can I have your glass, please?
It's very sharp. That's good though. I like that.
How do you know like what to taste? Like, do you just?
I just be guessing. Like when I had my wine tasting classes in school, can you pass this to Kenny? We would they would make us our plates, and then throughout it's just experimenting. At any point you're like, okay, I wonder how this will, yeah. No, that's not. That's mine. I'm sorry. I wonder how, like if I had a grape right now, how it would taste.
No, I like the regular cheese.
The regular, yeah, try any of the cheeses, any of.
Really? I love cheese.
What?
I love cheese, bro.
Yeah, this cheese is pretty good.
I like this too.
Okay.
also haven't had it in years.
Click the Bluetooth. Cheese?
No, like by itself.
Oh.
Ooh, try the goat cheese. Mhm. The goat cheese is like the one next to the blue one. That's just like the white.
It's good.
Because it also has like a interesting like. It's more like tart.
Oh, the goat cheese.
I like that one better. Because it's like the goat cheese is kind of like not as
It's like
pungent.
strong.
Yeah.
It's very strong
kind of like a-
cheese.
It's kind of like natural.
Hi, my name is Abba, and I'm most excited for the wine tasting because I haven't done one before.
We ready for glass 5?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't even have that in front of me.
All right.
This is so not what this is.
Midnight. Vampire. Like I'm going to somebody's hotel room in a trench coat.
Wait, a vampire or a fucking slasher? Which one? Like, which one?
So clarity, can you still see through it? Or
I'm gonna call this
Nah,
freaking
that
nasty.
shit, that shit dark, bro. Good word. Good word.
all right, so it looks a little hazy on my end. Color, I guess like what did you say? Like blood vampire? Bloody?
It's like a more intense version of the
Yeah,
last one.
I see a little
Yeah.
Less transparent.
Okay, in the middle.
purple. Yeah.
I see it too.
Purple, black, red.
All right, and then the concentration. So out of this one, I feel like it's the deepest out of the wines we've seen in the color. So it's a deep concentration. Ready to smell?
Shit just better smell good.
I like this. It smells like wood to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so intensity, light,
It's a
medium.
light intensity. I feel like it's a faint.
Yeah, it's like.
Bless you. All right, age, how does she smell?
Me too.
She's like a cougar. Cougar? Older.
Wait,
but
what?
She think that she young.
Okay.
That's so true, Kenny. Wait,
Not that that's so true.
Yo,
Okay.
she think that she young.
Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all ain't get that?
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, but for you to co-sign just like that's so true. Okay, so she tastes a little bit older. All right. Middle-aged.
Middle age.
like, she been through some things. But
Okay.
she's still out at the club. Kind of. No, at the bars. At the.
Ooh.
At the.
I'm trying to personify this wine. Like,
Because wines, they're literally, each bottle is their own person. They all have their own personalities.
I
Okay.
like this one though.
All right, so do you smell any fruit in this glass?
I feel like I'm getting a spice.
Okay, I get spice too.
I feel like the more I'm drinking, the less I can smell.
That's why I was saying pace yourself.
I don't smell like nothing.
What kind of spices could it be?
It could be, I get
Just in
like,
general.
when I say spicy, like sometimes black
That's
pepper.
what I was getting. Okay.
Harry, I'm a junior at Penn State University studying broadcast journalism and African American studies. I am really looking forward to learning something new at this wine tasting. I don't really know a lot about different types of wine, so I'm definitely an amateur and probably won't guess correctly, but everything is beautiful here. Marlika knows what she's talking about, so I'm going to be listening a lot and just want to have a good time with the people who are here. So yeah.
Leader's license.
Oh, sorry. Y'all ready to taste?
Yes, ma'am.
So sweetness.
Oh, let me get some water. I forgot we had this shit.
I definitely just ate a cracker.
What does that mean?
It's messing up my palate.
No, like you said, the cracker messed it up.
supposed to cleanse it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But since they are salty, they might interact with it a little bit differently because salt interacts with wine too. It makes the tannins a little less softer. So if you got something salty on your tongue, that's why they say steak goes great with red wine because they gotta make steak real salty.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it kind of cools down the tannins in the wine.
Just like, maybe they think that one.
Anybody else getting like a off dryish?
Yeah.
Off
Dry?
dry. Off dry.
But it's still comfortable.
Okay. And then acidity. Mm-mm. Okay. I get like a little light at the back of my mouth. I say low. Anyone has a guess on their tannin? Like, how's this feel?
They're trying dry. My mouth just went straight.
Compared to the other glass, you think it's higher in tannin or lower?
Compared to what you just had?
Yeah.
I think it's low.
I think it's lower, yeah.
Lower?
Oh, yeah, it's a little better.
Because after I taste it, it's not like...
Okay.
Alcohol.
Okay. And the alcohol
That joint
It's-
is blowing up.
is up
I
there.
feel it in my chest.
You feel it in your chest? You sure that's not just all the alcohol that's hitting now?
I can really feel it in my chest. Like,
Body.
I understand, because I feel something right here.
yeah, I feel like
Not my
that's
chest,
how I know
it's
when
like-
alcohol. Like, I was just. I drink alcohol. I know how strong it is by like the way it like sits here.
in your chest.
Yeah.
This ain't doing anything. Well, I guess not compared to like...
I don't think it's that high, though.
If you guys don't mind being silly for a sec, like a cool tip I learned as far as tasting to help you identify, like as far as fruit and what you're tasting is once you like take a sip, you do like this. And it helps aerate the wine and you can like figure out a little bit more what's going on.
But, because you just look like you got it.
No, it just tasted a little different when I did that. Still can't tell the fruit.
It tasted a little different.
Just different, not better, but just different. Yeah.
What
Okay.
fruit should I or what cheese should I?
What have you not tried?
I try everything.
I ain't eat this
I
cheese
didn't
with no
do
wine.
tomato yet.
My name is Zaire Thompson. Never tasted wine professionally, but I'm most excited to be a little tipsy after this is all done. So I'm ready.
All right, we're ready for the final glass.
I'm not trying to be done.
I mean, yeah. All right, so clarity. How's it looking?
Like I kind of see through it.
Darkest one.
Really, I feel like this.
So when you say darkest, that would actually go in like concentration, versus clarity is just basically can I see through it?
Yeah, this joint not cool. This joint looks like communion.
I can see my reflection there. Like, you look this way? You have to do it with yourself.
Do you have to leave at a certain time, bro? I just realized I'm sorry. It's like mad late.
I feel like it looks the same. This the same.
Okay, color. Like, what kind of red does this look like if you had to?
Deep red.
It's like a midnight red.
This one definitely the light.
It's like black.
This is bloody.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. But then, like when I hold them next to each other, they look like the same.
Bro, last summer, I did a whole can of blood.
All right.
Typically, my blood be like more like this.
Are we ready?
This looks the same, yo.
This one is, I feel real deep red, but it's not.
Because you're new
Oh,
too, bro.
It's deep red, almost red.
Yeah.
I know you're fucking
You think
lying.
it's
All
darker
right.
than the one before?
Yeah.
I think the one before was the darkest one.
Okay. So you guys ready to smell?
Yeah.
Take your first whiff.
I'm getting more of the scent than previously. Definitely stronger.
Stronger. I like that. Strong.
Okay.
I'm not smelling shit.
Give it a swirl
I'm
again.
not smelling nothing.
And go back in. How does she smell age-wise?
Smell nothing.
Yeah.
Oldest, like old.
You said young?
For me, I don't know.
She smells old, like the oldest one?
Oldest one, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I thought older was supposed to be like better.
There's not necessarily like, I don't like using terms like better, because it's basically off your perception, but an older wine will just have less of its fruit. It'll smell like more non-fruit characteristics. Like it might smell like more spicy, more oaky, more vanilla-y, and less like actual just fruit.
More of a tolerable scent.
An older wine will also, like, as far as body, she'll be a little thicker too, because she's had some time to, like,
Fill out.
yeah.
She's been around the block.
You've been around the block a few times.
I'm getting a more clearer scent from this. Hold on.
Okay, so do we smell any fruit?
Let me just put this down.
There's more fruit.
I think it smells like a fruit.
Yeah.
I think I may be tweaking, but it kind of smells herbish to me. Like herbaceous or like grassy, like something green. Get the fuck out of my glass.
I think I might have drank like a It's done though. I think.
Okay.
This does smell like something.
All right, non-fruit. What do we pick up? Cause y'all said ooh. You said it smells fruity.
Yes, it does smell fruity. It's giving me berries.
Berries? Okay. Berries. Okay, give you berries. Let's put out berries. All right, non-fruit. What we got?
This smell like, hold up. Y'all ever smell something and get flashbacks?
Yes, your center connected to memories and whatnot. That's how you perceive.
Maybe I had this before.
Maybe.
It just smells so like familiar.
Yeah. After like the second smell, it's like really a lot more berry-ish.
You know what it gives me? Repads.
This is what was his name? Mr. Gonzalez? That was his. This is his shit.
Come on.
What you want more?
You tasted it?
A lot of people.
Yeah, wait, how was? Oh, okay. I was like, how is it empty? We still smelling.
I'm sorry, I'm like reaching across.
No,
the
you're
face.
fine.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
bro.
I tasted it.
It's okay. All right, so non-fruit for the 5th time.
A lot of people come in my dog.
I'm getting kind of like I get oak. I get like wooden.
From the taste?
No, from smell. I'm still smelling it. I was trying to figure out some non-fruit smells going on.
You know what oak smells like?
Oh, you dumped this.
That shit look like about to be dry as shit.
Bittery, I don't know.
All right, ready to taste?
What did you say about warmer climates? In
Warmer climates, they're more intense because they have like longer in the sun. They're higher in alcohol. The fruit tend to be more riper. Yeah. What's the guy that always used to ask for Pinot Noir? Gonzalez? Dr. Gonzalez?
So that's the
I like that.
All right. So we got dry. Acidity. Your mouth watering?
No. I said none of them were this.
I don't mind it either. This reminds me of Taylor Port.
I don't like teleport though.
Nah, Taylor Port is way stronger though.
You think so?
You like
100%.
Taylor Port's
Wow.
actually like not fermented, fortified. So they add like liquor in the middle of the fermenting process.
Okay,
That's
that
why
makes
it's
sense.
higher in alcohol, and then everything is just like, ugh. And most times it's like brandy that they add into it to kill the yeast and stop the
That shit's
fermentation.
very intense. You had Taylor Port before?
I had a cup of the size, and that wasn't smart.
All right, tannin. How we feel mouth wise?
Low.
Low. Okay.
I said low for all of them now.
taste it again.
It's like a sour sweet.
Let's switch it around.
No, it's kind of dry. That's dry. I don't know.
Nah, I'm getting that drying sensation. My tongue is like,
Yeah, my tongue.
Okay.
It's definitely dry.
Okay.
you might have had to put a little bit more in your mouth at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, alcohol, how does it feel?
It's high. I felt it.
You said that for every single one, though.
You feeling everything. Like it feels heavy. Like you guys said it was higher in alcohol, so does it
heavier?
does it feel a little heavier?
But I feel like the fact that it's liquid is all seeming thin to me. Like,
You might have to take bigger
I put
gulps
thin for every single one.
to like evaluate body. You might have to put a little bit more in your mouth at a time and just swish it around.
Here's one thing. I don't know about acidity.
So wait, when tannin is low, it's watery. But when tannin is high, it's like...
Tannin is just the way your mouth feels after drinking it. Like, does it feel dry?
It's mad dry.
No, this joint from Chile. This how you drink over there.
How you know?
The first one's from Australia.
How do you know?
All right. So, are we ready to make our guesses? Just a reminder. Our white categories, we have a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, a Chardonnay from south of France. Just heads up, it's a cooler climate. And then our Chardonnay from California.
Was that a hint?
Yes, that was a hint. Then we have our Shiraz from South Australia. That's a warm climate place. Our Pinot Noir from California, and then our Pinot Noir from Chile.
Okay. First one, I said Classique Chardonnay.
Okay, I'm not going to say if they're right or not
So
because
then
everybody
second
still
one,
has to guess.
I said Sauvignon Blanc. Third, Tiny Umbrella. Fourth, the Shiraz. Then Grove Point. What was that? The Pepperwood? Yeah. And then the last one I put the centerpiece, Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Really?
The same exact one?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, see, great minds think alike, bro.
Alba, you got your guesses?
I'm gonna see the countries.
Okay.
For the first one, I have south of France, and then
Okay.
I have New Zealand,
Okay.
California. I'm gonna go with Tiny Umbrella, and then Australia, and California again. So then Pinot Noir, and then Chile.
Okay.
So you had Australia, USA, then Chile?
Yeah. But USA isn't like the opposite. Yeah, California.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kenny, your guess?
Alright, so for the last one, I had the one from Cali, the Tiny Umbrella. Then the second one, I had the one from New Zealand. The glass 3 was France. Glass 4, I put Australia. Glass 5, I did Cali. And then glass 6, I did Chile.
Yo, this is crazy. Y'all are really like, okay.
You're close.
No, everyone's been really close.
Alright. For the first one, I had Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
Second one, Tiny Umbrellas. Third one, Luc Penet. The South of France one.
Okay.
Say it again.
Come on, Penet. Okay. The fourth glass, I had Martin's Pig. Fifth one, I had Pepperwood. And sixth one, I had Centerpiece.
Okay. Sam?
Alright, so for the first one, I had the Grey Rock Sauvignon Blanc, and then the second one, I had the South of France, and then the third one, I had the Umbrella Chardonnay,
Mm-hmm.
and the fourth one was the Centerpiece, Pinot Noir, the fourth one was the Pepperwood, and then the last one was the Martin's Pickup.
Okay. Yo, wow, y'all, I'm like really impressed.
I don't know how you were so impressed that everybody shit was too
Nah, but like the fact that the thought process, it's a lot that goes into. Like my first wine tasting wasn't a blind tasting. I knew what glass was which, so having to tell the difference and stuff, it's pretty tough. Like,
I think I got one right.
okay, Duran, did you make your assessments?
So, yeah, my first one, I took the South of France. The second one, New Zealand. The third one, the Tiny Umbrella. Fourth one, the Shiraz. Fifth one, the Pepperwood. And the sixth one, the Pinot Noir.
Okay. From California.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So mine was also south of France, and then it was Grey Rock from New Zealand, and then it was Tiny Umbrellas from California. And then mine goes into the Pinot Noir from California, then Martin's Pickup, and then Chile.
Okay. Well, that was 100% correct. Nah. So the first glass is the Chardonnay from France. The second glass is the Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. That's where you get like the tropical scent, because in New Zealand it's really, really hot. So when white wines are in warm climates, they tend to take on that tropical feel. The Chardonnay from Cali was the glass number 3. Number 4 was the Pinot Noir from California. The 5th glass was the Shiraz. And then the 6th glass was the Pinot Noir from Chile. So give yourselves a round of applause, first of all. Like, this was... Y'all really did that, and like for the ones that really...
the same school, y'all cheating.
Like, I'm really like... I don't know, this really is like a good experience. I'm happy that y'all really got something. I hope y'all got something out of this, and like when you taste wine now, you'll be like, at least better to identify what you like. Like, because that's really what I wanted this to be about. Not like, oh, I can go out there and impress somebody. It's no, I can go to a wine store and be like, I liked that last time, and I like this region. I'm going to try this and feel more comfortable with, like, the wine experience. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit of anything, or even not, that you enjoyed the content as well. I hope you have poured a glass for yourself as you were going through this. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at _herplate. Check out our website, herplates.com, and stay tuned for more content.